signal to the world that we are open for business.
I'm 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗏 bringing you business news and information here on Open for Business. January inflation at 2.9%. The inflation rate for the first month of 2025 remained at 2.9%, the same as in December 2024, with negative rice price growth offsetting increases in other food items and utilities. Now, this is according to the Philippine Statistics Authority, also known as the PSA. National statistician Dennis Mapa said that rice had a negative 2.3% growth last month, cushioning the higher cost of other food items, utilities, rent, and LPG. Philippines' outstanding debt reaches 16.05 trillion pesos in 2024. The country ended 2024 with an outstanding debt of 16.05 trillion pesos, as the government availed more financing and suffered from the weak peso, data from the Bureau of Treasury showed. The total debt load in 2024 was equivalent to 60.7% of GDP, marginally higher than the 60.6% programmed by the government. SEC records 52,304 new company registrations in 2024. More companies were set up in the country in 2024, with 52,304 new corporate registrations filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, also known as the SEC. Data from the regulatory office showed. The SEC added that digital platforms helped streamline the application process and boosted the registrations. The new registration showed a 6% increase from the 49,506 recorded in 2023. Stock corporations showed the biggest number of registrations, with 39,146, accounting for 75%, followed by non-stock corporations at 10,782. They capped the price of imported rice in Metro Manila to 55 pesos per kilo. The Department of Agriculture started the price cap of imported rice sold in Metro Manila to 55 pesos per kilo from February 5. According to the DA, the gradual decrease in the price cap is intended to avoid destabilizing the industry. More caps are expected on February 15 to 52 pesos per kilogram and 49 pesos by March. It also declared a national food security emergency for rice earlier in the week. And that's the business roundup for this week. I'm 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗏 for Open for Business.
This portion is brought to you by Pure Gold. Sa Pure Gold, always smooth.
At pakibalita sa mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa loob at labas ng bansa.
Dito sa Mata ng Agila sa tanghali, Lunes hanggang Biyernes.
Alas 12 ng tanghali, dito lang sa Net25.
At sabayang mapapakinggan sa Radyo Agila DZEZ 1062. Matatag,
Matapang,
matapat.
Na balitaan.
Yan ang aming ihahatid Lunes hanggang Biyernes.
Alas 6 hanggang alas 7:30 ng gabi.
Mata
Mata ng Agila Prime Time. Dito sa Net25.
Let's get together sa Net25. Sa Net25.
Ang SBP ay binuo upang paglingkod.
reason why we are all here. No? It's a call of opportunity. You're here because nakita nyo may opportunity to network with each other. Nakita natin that this gathering, natututo tayo, we learn from the speakers, at the same time, we're able to network with each other. So dapat magkakilala tayo lahat. I encourage you to get to know the other side of the table, get to know each other, are new inductees, no? Alamin natin yung mga businesses nila. Baka magkaroon tayo ng chance, no, to be their supplier or they will supply to us. No? And as an example, no, I've been in the chamber since 2015. No? Medyo malaki na rin yung naitulong ng chamber sa business namin. No? I would call about 5 to 10% of our business came from this chamber. No? And when you talk about construction and design, malaki po yung 10%. Just last month, no, when I was introduced as chairman and of course an architect, no, lumapit sa akin na member natin, and nagkasundo kami ng certain services, and just 2 weeks ago, nagkaroon siya ng business sa amin worth 6 million in our office. So ganun, no? We network with each other. We attend here because we want to learn and to relax, at the same time, we network with each other. So, mas stressful na sa office natin, we want something na magiging relax tayo, instead of learn and then we earn money by knowing other people in our network. In this whole room, no? Siguro in this whole room, kwenta natin dito, Attorney Arnel, mga magkano worth na mga tao nandito ngayon. No? Siguro billions of pesos. No?
So the first trend that I'd like to inform, which is everybody's talking about it now, it's a hot topic, everybody, AI, and the theme of the incoming president is AI-enabled SMEs. Yan ang theme ng no? So imagine a world where every ad, every recommendation feels like it's just made for you. Sino sa inyo naka-experience? I was talking about a 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗶𝗏 example. And when I opened my cell phone, all the ads displaying in your Facebook is about 𝗗𝗶𝗏. That is AI listening and working and creating a recommendation for you. So although syempre, parang nakakatakot, parang it's so scary. Terminator na ba ito, di ba? So parang medyo yan lang yung power of the new technology, no? We get to customize a specific ads, a specific interest, or a specific topic that you would be interested with. So there are so many AI tools in the market now, a lot of them for free. Please utilize. Yung syempre, if you want to really level up, di ba, stand out, to be outstanding, again, picking the brains of Dr. 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, you have to be in AI. So that, these countries agree that hyper-personalized marketing because of AI is the #1 trend that we should really be looking on. The rise of virtual stars, the AI influencers that will be taking the stage. So the influencers of tomorrow would be powered by AI, driven always by data. You know, these digital personalities know what you want, how you feel, and what truly resonates you. So say hello to the future of influence. Well, basically, these influencers knows how to talk to your intended target market. Remember that it is very important that you get the data, no? Because AI will be powerless without information. AI will not be able to decipher or talk to your intended market if there is no data. So it's very important that data is present. Kanina, Dr. 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 again was talking about purpose. And according to our friends in the Asia Marketing Federation, the consumers now are really more of shifting to purpose-driven and authentic consumption. It's about why they buy it, and then they would trust brands that will align to their values, prioritizes authenticity, sustainability, and purpose. Talaga, it's really how the next generation, the Alpha, Millennials, Gen Z, and now welcoming Beta this year, right? It's really about telling a real story, being authentic. What is the brand promise? And it's also about sustainability. What good are you doing in your business? Is your packaging recyclable? Is your packaging made out of these materials? Are you contributing to the plastic waste? Next is real-time AI pricing revolution. Gone are the days where prices are all set in terms of pricing. So for example, I will be using my good friend's product here, 𝗶𝗴𝗶𝗏𝗏 𝗧𝗩. Maybe in the future, you would be able to buy 𝗶𝗏𝗏s when it's hot. When it's summer, it's 500 pesos automatically using AI. But when it's raining, it will fall down into 200. Dynamic pricing. So maybe in your businesses, you might want to consider something like this using the data algorithm to create a dynamic pricing in terms of when your product is hot on demand. Next is agentic AI. Agentic AI is the rise of human-like robots, and as far as I'm concerned, Elon Musk already presented the second prototype. I was in the manpower agency. So we were like discussing this in class. So maybe we should change our industry from manpower to robot power agency, no? Rent agentic AI robot to take care of cleaning, etc. and all. So what does it entail? The future of for marketers, no? How does it entail in terms of customer experience? This is an opportunity for you to probably employ these robots in the future. Probably next year, Elon Musk might be able to send those robots here in the Philippines and create an enhanced customer experience, because that's part of consumers experiencing something different. But this is not just only about robots. This can also be about Internet of Things. For example, in your house, mag-iilaw na yung light because you are coming, because he knows your schedule. Agentic kasi means it can work on itself automated. It doesn't need instruction from a human. It will understand the data. When are you coming? When are you leaving? Paiinitin ko na yung mga naka-Internet of Things, naka-automatic yung ilaw sa bahay. Sino ba yung mga nakaganyan? Pwede nang schedule, di ba? Oh, magbubukas na yung ilaw ng porch, ng car park, ng sala, and then it will turn off because it already identifies how you work. And the use of synthetic data. So what is synthetic data? Kanina, di ba, my example was, yung iPhone, pinakinggan kayo, kinuha yung data from you, and gumawa ng feedback. Ang synthetic data, hindi. Synthetic data uses existing algorithms and generates a probability. No? So, kumbaga, hindi siya real-world data, but it uses yung probability from existing data. Now, what is the probability of them doing this, doing that? So, enable for them to forecast and see what would be the next movement of the consumers. And this ensures better privacy also, because they're not tapping into your existing data. They're tapping into an algorithm that is already pre-made, and then gagawa sila ng forecasting.
Open for Business is back, and with me is Mr. 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗏𝗏, and he delivered a very insightful talk about the top 10 tech and marketing trends. I was listening to you, and I got a lot of insights based on the trends that you presented. Ano ba dun ang critical na dapat nang ma-adapt ng Filipino entrepreneurs? There's a lot, but like say for example, when you were talking about quantum computing, sabi mo nga yung iba transition, ayaw umamin pa. But based on these trends, what should be immediately implemented or adopted by Filipino entrepreneurs?
So at first, they would actually need to ensure that they are gathering data, because data is very vital in terms of understanding their existing target markets. So there are a lot of AI tools, but these AI tools would be needing data from the entrepreneurs. They would have to check and ensure that they are compliant with the data privacy in terms of gathering data, diba? So, but it's very important that the baseline of all entrepreneurs is to gather data, understand their target market, and able to deliver and use these new trends that are coming in the market.
They need to prepare for that data. In some of the MSMEs and CEOs that I talked with, there are some apps, there are some upgrades that they needed on the perspective of MSMEs, the business owners, ito ba ay expensive? Yung iba kailangan bang mag-upgrade ng technology? Yung iba ba ay kailangan, parang marami namang free softwares dyan? Or, in the case of, ChatGPT, for example, free lang yan. But there are, when you upgrade for a more complicated use of AI, somehow that's where you get subscriptions. Gaano ba kadali or gaano ba ka-affordable ang pag-shift into this technology?
Alright, so siguro parang nung sinabi kong data parang masyadong mabigat, no? Actually, it's a matter of paglilista lang, no? Sino yung customer ko, anong oras siya bumili, ano yung binili niya, tapos ilang taon siya, at saan siya nakatira. So it's really more of getting yung customer base mo, and then at the same time, kung gusto mo medyo manual muna, ay di Excel file mo muna. Diba? That's how you will start eh. O sige, alamin ko muna sino yung mga customer ko, sino yung bumibili ng produkto ko. And then, sabi mo, ChatGPT. Okay, upload that data that you gathered in ChatGPT. And then from there, type mo yung prompt. Sabihin mo, can you please summarize the target market that I have? Yung nilista mo, yun yung tinatawag nating data. And then from there, ChatGPT will tell you, ito yung target market. Tsaka mo ngayon ulit tanungin, can you please come up with a campaign based on the data that I uploaded earlier? So, yun yung parang pinakamabilis in terms of AI integration and using the tools of AI in ChatGPT concept. Kasi meron din tayong mga AI tools or applications na pwedeng gawin niyang image, pwedeng gawing text, pwedeng gawing copy. Diba? So, susunod mo, ChatGPT, can you please create a social media content plan based on what was uploaded? So, kaya nakita mo, very crucial na mailista at ma-identify mo muna yung data. Kasi kung wala yung data, walang ipaprocess yung AI eh. Diba? Or kung talaga, ay wala akong data talaga, hindi ko kaya ilista. ChatGPT, this is my business. I am based in Quezon City. I am ganyan, ganyan, and all. Place all the info that you can give. Can you please generate me a target market? From there, based on the data, kasi ang AI tools naman, gumagamit lang rin yan ng data na existing in the internet, diba? So based on that, magge-generate din siya, then continue on the process. So that is the simplest way of our MSMEs there to use AI tool. Pero that is one. Actually, ang AI naman, we are using it na talaga in our day-to-day lives. Yung search engine, ngayon pa lang, mag-search ka ngayon sa Google. Di ba si Grok, lumalabas na, Grok ba yan? Basta may AI may AI search na. Tanungin mo, should I place a branch in here and ganyan? Meron ng AI sa search din eh. Ngayon pa lang eh, in-implement na ng Google. So there are so many ways enable for you to use AI na kulang syempre of course dito sa talk natin that they have to also really continuously attend. Kasi nag-grow at pinapadali how to use AI in terms of businesses.
We know that, with these developments, there is a need for more information, and somehow a lot of the business owners are owned by the patriarchs. But we see the increase of the millennials, of the Gen Zs in the workforce. In this case, with the trends that you mentioned, kailangan bang ma-retrain yung mga tao? May upskilling ba? For business owners, especially here at the PCCI-QC, most of them are really MSMEs who may not necessarily have the very extensive training. Ano ba ang kailangan pagtuunan ng pansin ng mga business owners para ma-make sure na future-proof, or with the trends that you have mentioned, they are ready to implement?
Very nice of you to tell that. Actually, there is a study that was released that there is really a change in terms of the need in workforce. Diba? Before, kailangan ng copywriter. Ngayon, ChatGPT gagawin na yung content and yung script, no? So, they really need to upskill and upgrade in terms of competence, in terms of knowledge, in terms of new way of doing business and the workforce also. talagang nag-change drastically. And it's really important, as mentioned also by our previous speaker, you need to continuously learn and upgrade. Change is not only the constant thing here on earth. Learning should also be, di ba, one thing that all our MSMEs, all our employees should work on. So they need to continuously subscribe or learn. Aside from YouTube, we have the Global AI Council in the Philippines. We have the Philippine Marketing Association, of course. We have the Digital Marketing Association of the Philippines, and so many more associations who's offering these AI courses. No? And kung sakali they want it free naman, there's a lot of content in YouTube also that is being offered. So just continuously update themselves. And especially, they need to be updated with the news globally, no? Worldwide. Kasi they have to benchmark eh. For the longest time, I just recently came from a trip in China. Talaga sabi ko, ay, ang layo na, no? Ang layo na ng technology nila in terms of customer experience. Uupo ako, scan ko QR code, order ako, babayad ako. Hindi na ako tumawag ng waiter. So that is something na sabi ko, kaya naman eh. Kaya ng Philippines. We already have the infrastructure for that. It's just a matter of mentality change that we need it. And we are really willing, 'di ba? It's a little cost lang in terms of upgrading, 'di ba? In infrastructure and training, but it's going to really, you know, it's going to revolutionize and change. But there's really going to be a change, a shake in terms of yung mga task na routinary paulit-ulit, talagang very soon mawawala na yan. I think the next ones are drivers talaga. Because they already piloted driverless cars. Because of the, you know, the GPS and all the technology is really very good na and kaya ng ano, no? So we really have to make sure na pag dumating yung bagong technology, our employees are really ready in terms of the next skill that they need to learn. And kasi in the end of the day, these types of tools, they're just tools, no? It's still us. Correct. What they do is dapat it's an advantage if they would be able to use these technologies to make their life easier and to do more tasks, or if not, live their lives, right? Because there's less time in working because of these AI tools, and they'll be able to go vacation and whatsoever that they can do.
What's your outlook of the marketing landscape here in the Philippines? Is there going to be a shift also in terms of promotions, the way we promote things, the way we market things here in the Philippines? Is there a big catch-up for us to do, or can we say that we are already future ready?
It's really hard to say because it's really depending on the market adoption. The technology is there. The infrastructure is there. Again, in the end of the day, in marketing, we always say it's not about us. It's not about what we want. It's not about what we want to implement. It's rather what the market wants to use, what the market wants to consume. And we are having an increase in terms of millennial, alpha, Gen Z, and beta. No? So definitely, there would be a demand for that. In terms of are we lagging behind, I would say a little bit yes. So we need to do more education, some infrastructure upgrading for us to catch up. So,
wow, there's a lot of things, insights from 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗶. We hope to hear more from him here in Open for Business. Stay tuned.
Years married, how do you guys do it? Connecting heart to heart and eye to eye. Paano pag lumabo ng mata?
EO Executive Optical, Expert Eye Care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear.
Stop staring! Connecting with you, Dad. Love you! EO, love your eyes!
Ang SBP ay binuo upang paglingkuran ang mga kapwa kong Pilipinong consumer na ang hangarin ay masiguradong ang pinaghirapang kita mo ay protektado sa merkado. Ang SBP ay nandito upang pangalagaan, proteksyonan at isulong ang mga karapatan ng Pilipinong consumer.
Consumer, dito tayo sa subok na at tunay na may malasakit sa pinaghirapan ng bawat isa. Poproteksyonan ang inyong kita. Number 62 sa balota.
Serbisyo sa Bayan Party List. Ang partido mo ka-consumer.
Open for Business is back, and we're still covering the General Assembly of the PCCI Quezon City chapter. And with me is Mr. 𝗦𝗫𝗆𝗍 of the 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗃 Marketing Services. Sir, ang mga pinag-uusapan dito, innovation, tsaka sustainability. At ang napansin namin ng kumpanya ninyo, siyempre lagi ding nag-i-innovate. You are not satisfied with the existing products and services that you have. But the thrust is really to innovate. Paano po ba nag-i-innovate yung mga kumpanyang katulad po ninyo?
Actually, nagkaroon kami ng customized product, which is part of our innovation. More than the usual healthcare coverage. And this program is customized to the Philippine Chamber of Commerce. So we have here the comprehensive package from outpatient, inpatient, emergency care to the life insurance coverage. Actually, ang ating naging cost for this program is at least 12 pesos per day.
Wow, so napaka-affordable, 12 pesos per day. So ibig sabihin, ito po ay makukuha ng mga miyembro lang ng PCCI Quezon City, ganun ba? Halimbawa, pag ako taga-ibang chapter na, hindi ako pwede.
Sa ngayon, hindi pa siya.
So talagang very exclusive. Parang napansin namin, ang sinasabi dito kanina, nagbigay sila ng top 10 trends and even the 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗶𝗏 of Kantar Media, yung sinasabi niya, we have to adapt, collaborate with influencers. Parang sa mga sinabi nila, 'di ba kasi ginagamit yung artificial intelligence ngayon. Kayo ba ready din po kayo sa mga ganon? Parang are you now using parang yung digitalization, yung artificial intelligence?
Very much ready na tayo doon. Actually, even the availments, o sabi nga namin is the 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗃 experience. So, of course, yung ating benefit through LOA or the letter of authorization is through the facility portal. Okay. And then yung pre-approved LOA through our mobile applications, accessible 24/7, ang ating customer service line and the real-time individual utilization report and the continuous accreditation of the hospitals, clinics, and doctors nationwide.
So, ibig sabihin, sir, parang kahit na hindi ka na pumila, hindi ka na pumunta sa opisina ninyo, so everything can be done online. So, because of the portal. Okay. Arthur, parang based on what I heard earlier, there's really a lot of development in terms of using this latest tools and technologies that are normally used by your age. In your case, what are the needs and consumer trends ng mga kaedad mo na tingin mo ay nagagamit ng 𝗏𝗏𝗃 Marketing Services?
Yan po. Currently, yung insurance po, hindi po siya mostly for yung mga magkakasakit, Especially, naging open na rin po kaming mga kabataan in terms of the insurance, And also, yung through technology also, mabilis na po yung information Reason din kung bakit naging open kaming kabataan is because of the technology.
How important are business gatherings and events like this in promoting the services of 𝗏𝗏𝗃 Marketing Services?
Through these kinds of gatherings and yung mga programs ng especially Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry Quezon City, mas nagiging aware po ang 𝗏𝗏𝗃 doon sa network. First yung network, plus nalalaman din po natin yung needs nila. Needs nung bawat members natin, even non-members na nag-attend dito sa mga nagpa-participate in different business sectors sa Quezon City and ganun na rin po nationwide. So nalalaman natin, nakakapag-innovate kami better. We tend to use the technology on how to innovate our products according to their needs, according to the type of segment they are in. That's why we came up with the product nga po exclusively for PCCI QC. So mas na-appreciate ng organization, ng PCCIQC, yung products na na-innovate po ng Royal Care through our participation dito sa ganito pong events ng PCCIQC.
Nandun tayo, nag-stick tayo, nag-focus on the benefits o yung ating mission na magkaroon ng magandang healthcare or insurance coverage ang bawat pamilya. So once na ginagawa naman natin yon, automatically and naturally, nandun na rin yung business. So ginagawa natin yung ating business na hindi na natin napapansin pero nandun yung service sa mga tao. So from there, ever since ang ating company, dahil nasa 16 years na rin, ay nagkaroon ng na-develop yung ating portfolio at naging malaki ang ating binibigyan ng service na umaasa with Royal Care. So yun yung doon kami, and lalo ngayon nagkaroon ng pandemic, very necessity.
Kailangan ng
necessity. Oo. At
necessity na siya, hindi na siya luxury.
Oh yeah. Oo. So yun, doon tayo nakakatulong. Of course, nandun naman ang business. Laging kasama na doon sa process.
I'm going to be using the next 10 minutes to share with you some of the findings in a global study done by Kantar, covering about 60 countries. We do this every year. We talk to marketing people all over the world, including the Philippines. There are actually 10 trends, but given the time limit, I'll focus on the top 5 that I feel are relevant to the Philippine marketing industry. The first one is the road to what they call total video. So the pandemic, the boom of streaming platforms has changed the landscape of TV advertising, not just in the Philippines, but all over the world. So the trend among marketers, or the question is, do they move away from television, or do they have a new strategy for video advertising? So the answer is, they will continue to advertise on the different platforms based on TV content. Okay? So if you talk to Gen X or boomers, they might still be watching free-to-air TV. If you talk to millennials or Gen Z, they're watching their TV content using devices, mobile phones, tablets, probably on Netflix, etc. But one thing is common across the different platforms: the content is still very similar. So you watch whether on YouTube, on Netflix, or even on free-to-air TV, which means you need to have a total video marketing communication strategy depending on the target market that you will be sending your brand messages to. 55% of marketers globally are still planning to increase their investment in advertising across all the TV platforms. In the Philippines, that is also true. Almost 50% of Filipinos will now be owning a smart TV, which means they can access both YouTube, Netflix, and also traditional TV moving forward. Second trend, marketers say social media needs to up its game. Why is that? Well, a lot of concern has been going around industries that people are becoming attention deficit when you're online. Diba? So sa dami ng ads, sa dami ng scrolling topics, you hardly look at advertising. Even if the advertising is targeted, you're not as sure that they will actually look. So the concept now is moving from exposure to attention. So how do we get the attention of the consumers in a social media scenario where everything is moving fast and a lot of things are happening at the same time? The study said that within 1 year, 10% of consumers said that they hardly notice advertising on social media platforms. So ang bilis ng decline in terms of attention to ads. So the same study says that what do marketers need to do? They need to, again, be sensitive about generational interest. If you want to catch the attention of boomers and Gen X, your ad has to be video and has humor. Pag walang humor, hindi ka papansin ng boomers and Gen X. When you want to talk to Gen Z, it has to have humor and music. Pag walang music, the millennials will not pay attention. And then the Gen Zs need to have music. Non-negotiable. Okay? Pag walang music yung ad mo, forget about getting the attention of the Gen Zs. Alright, third trend, brands need to tap into communities. So how do we define communities? No? These are content-created communities. So we've already seen, Dr. Carl is a perfect example of a person who built a community of 1 million and more. Okay? And then we have other community builders here. Si Architect Karandang, si Attorney Arnel, si Sir Butch. They have their own communities. And that's what the trend in marketing is. Brands need to work with communities in a collaboration approach. What did Gordon do? In order to promote his restaurant, he's opening 3 more in the Philippines. He did collaboration with content creators within the community that is of interest to him. So they have this 10-minute event with Ninong Ri and Juday. Okay? What does that have to affect? That means you have a 5 times more impact for your brand if you work with communities. Why communities? Because the creators are authentic. Totoong tao, si Architect, si Attorney, si Dr. Carl, si Sir Butch, they are very authentic. They resonate well with their members in the community. The PCCI is a very, very powerful community. So brands need to work with your community so that they can achieve 5 times more success than an ordinary brand that does not work with any community. Second to the last trend, the puzzle of slowing population growth. Okay? Why is this a marketing trend? Globally, 2024 is the first year that the growth in population around the world is less than 1%. Okay? That is the first time since 1963 na less than 1% ang growth. In the Philippines, okay, then expected that in 2050, 20% of the world's population will be above 60 years old. That's huge. We're talking about 7 billion, 20% of that is 1.4 billion people who will be above the age of 60. You ask me, what about the Philippines? The Philippines, the segment of 60 and up was only 3% in 1990. In 5 years from now, that will be 10%. So that's a huge growth. Within 20 years, 10% of the people in a room like this would be over 60. So brands and marketers need to find ways to prepare. I'm not saying it's going to happen next year, but it's good to plan and prepare. How do you market in a world where there are more people becoming more senior? Families are becoming smaller, people are getting married late and having children later. Okay? So that will have impact. Because if we're not able to grow the marketing pool, 5% growth will not be achievable without addressing the population aging phenomenon. And then finally, trend number 5, retail media networks are evolving. So this one is also very interesting. What are retail media? These are touch points that the retailers have developed through the years. Dating retailer, advertiser lang yan. In the last few years, they've become advertising platforms. They have e-commerce sites, they have apps, they have websites, and they also own in-store advertising platforms. What's the importance of that? That is the last mile to when the consumers make a purchase. So if you have presence in retail media, that will enable you to have more success in terms of influencing and convincing, persuading consumers to look at your brand or purchase or even avail of the services of your brand. So retail media networks are growing and evolving, and in fact, a lot of marketers around the world, more than almost 50%, are saying they are planning to increase advertising in retail media networks around the world. So this is a trend that we need to watch out for. It's happening in the Philippines. Some are informal through marketplace, through TikTok in particular, and also through the established retailers. So that's something that we need to watch out for.
Open for Business is back, and one of the key persons in the industry who is giving us relevant data is here with us, Mr. 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗏 of Kantar Media. Hi, Jay. The theme now of the PCCI QC's General Assembly is really innovation, empowering them to innovate. And not only to innovate, but use this to be sustainable. So far, ano ba yung mga key points na na-share mo sa kanila?
Well, I was sharing with them global trends in terms of marketing communications. For example, there's a need for brands to take opportunities to do more collaboration with creators, communities. So from influencer to creative communities, that's a global trend happening right now. We had an example the other day where a famous chef came into the Philippines and collaborated with local chefs to promote their brand. So that's an example. Another trend we're looking at is the expansion of total video, as we call it. So television is not dying, contrary to a lot of doomsayers, but in fact it's actually evolving. So what we're seeing is Filipinos, for example, are very sensitive to content, but also on the platform. So they watch the news depending on their generation. So the Gen X and Boomers still watch traditional TV. The Gen Zs watch news via cell phones and mobile phones. But the important thing is it's the same type of content. So long as a TV content provider or a network can provide their content across platforms, then they are more likely to succeed in reaching various types of consumer segments.
But Jay, with all these new developments in the global market, can you say that somehow the Philippine MSMEs are ready? So ano yung outlook mo? Can you say we are somehow digital ready or future ready with all these trends happening in the global market?
Yes, I like your point about democratizing the opportunities for small, medium, and enterprises. So one thing we're seeing is the rise of retail media. So e-commerce sites like TikTok shops, Facebook Marketplace, Instagram stores. These are developing in the Philippines as well as in other markets. But more importantly, it's helping a lot of our fellow countrymen who don't have the big marketing budgets or deep pockets to really compete and showcase their products without breaking an arm and a leg.
You are a key provider of data and research. So, gaano ba ka-importante ang data at saka research para naman sa MSMEs? Kasi yung iba, we can do this informally, But in your case, like in our experience, talagang we use it for decision making. So, how important is this for MSMEs? And is it, for some people, they will ask, is this expensive? Because we're also looking at how affordable this and with the talks earlier, parang importante yung data set kasi kahit AI hindi naman gagalaw yan kung walang data.
Well, data they say is the new gold of our generation, and it reduces the cost of failure with information, with knowledge that helps any segment like MSMEs reduce the cost of failure and reduce the challenges along the way. The good thing nowadays is a lot of this information are democratized and socialized, so the costs are really more affordable depending on your level and of your capability. So it's now more available and affordable more than ever.
𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗏 of Kantar Media, open for business. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Nawala kay Jana ang lahat. Pero sa tulong ni David, malalagpasan ba niya ang challenges ng business world? Rising with the Wind. Simula February 17, 7:30 p.m. Dito lang sa Net25.
Let's net together sa Net25. Sa Net25.
Ang SBP ay binuo upang paglingkuran ang mga kapwa kong Pilipinong consumer na ang hangarin ay masiguradong ang pinaghirapang kita mo ay protektado sa merkado. Ang SBP ay nandito upang pangalagaan, proteksyonan at isulong ang mga karapatan ng Pilipinong consumer.
Consumer, dito tayo sa subok na at tunay na may malasakit sa pinaghirapan ng bawat isa. Poproteksyonan ang inyong kita. Number 62 sa balota.
Serbisyo sa Bayan Party List. Ang partido mo ka-consumer.
The call for embracing the importance of digital platforms, harnessing the power of storytelling to connect with audiences, and integrating sustainable practices into branding to build trust and loyalty will always be loud. Again, innovation and adaptability are at the heart of growth for MSMEs. We hope the ideas shared today empower you to take bold steps, experiment with creative strategies, and turn challenges into opportunities for your business. And with that, our quote for the week is, marketing's job is never done. It's about perpetual motion. We must continue to innovate every day. That's according to Beth Comstock, former CMO and Vice Chair of GE. Maraming salamat sa isang oras na pagsama sa amin upang tunghayan ang isang makabuluhang usapan ukol sa negosyo dito lang sa Open for Business. Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, samahan nyo kaming muli dito sa Open for Business. Catch us too on Facebook and YouTube. Like and subscribe on our social media page at Net25 TV. We will bring you more insights from industry experts, thought leaders, CEOs, and featured SMEs. Together, let us help encourage business development in the Philippines. Sharpen your business acumen, feel the pulse, and set the trend for as long as you're informed and open for business. Ito po si 𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Mga ka-Net 25, this is 𝗗𝗶𝗴𝗏𝗍 of Open for Business. For more updates, just click the subscribe button and follow us on Net25 social media pages at Net25 TV and at Net25 Entertainment Facebook pages.